Children, we know that general knowledge is a subject which helps us to grow both on personal and academic level. It broadens our sense of perceiving the world, understand it, and analyze the situation better. It also helps you to know what's happening around you. So let's begin with the first lesson about Statue of Liberty, which is a universal symbol of freedom. The Statue of Liberty is an iconic monument which is located on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor, which is in the United States of America. So let us know more about the most famous symbol of freedom in the world. Inspiration of the figure was taken from the robed female figure representing Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom. France had given the statue as a gift to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the independence of the United States as a nation. It showed the friendship between the two countries and abolition of slavery in both countries. So the Statue of Liberty was first shown to the public on 28 October 1886. The Statue of Liberty is made of copper, but it has turned green in color because of the oxidation of the metal, forming a layer of patina which gives the typical green color to the statue. Let us see the various parts of the Statue of Liberty and what do they symbolize. The 7 spikes on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent the 7 oceans and 7 continents of the world, indicating the universal appeal of liberty. The broken chain that lies at the feet, which is not visible to the tourist because of high pedestal, represents liberty breaking through the chains of oppression. The right foot, which is raised forward as if it is in continuous movement, symbolizes freedom and prosperity to others. The torch in the right hand lights the way to freedom, showing us the path of liberty. In the left hand, the statue is holding a tablet of law on which the date of American Declaration of Independence, that is 4th July 1776, is inscribed in Roman numerals, symbolizing freedom and opportunity for the immigrants who arrived in the USA by sea in the past. The Statue of Liberty was a symbol of welcoming and greeting the millions of immigrants. In today's world, the Statue of Liberty represents global ideas such as liberty, opportunity, democracy, human rights, and peace, making the world a better place to live.
Statue of Liberty is one of the most, if not the most, famous monuments in the world. Anyone visiting New York City can see her, but not everyone knows that Lady Liberty has her own secrets. Picture it. But the statue actually arrived from France on June 17, 1885, in over 300 copper pieces. The precious cargo was traveling in 214 crates on the French ship Isère. The iconic arm holding the torch wasn't there, however. It was standing in Madison Square Park for 6 years to help raise money to sponsor the pedestal. When the ship carrying the statue arrived, 200,000 people came to welcome it to the U.S. The official dedication ceremony took place on October 28, 1886, with President Grover Cleveland presiding over it. Number 8. It was one of history's first crowdfunding campaigns. First, French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi raised funds in his country to build the statue. It wasn't actually sponsored by the local government. When it was finished, the sculptor offered it as a gift to the U.S. on one condition: they would build a pedestal for it. The federal government didn't like the idea, so the status of the statue was unclear for a few years. Then, American newspaper magnate Joseph Pulitzer stepped in. He basically started one of the first massive crowdfunding campaigns in history, promising every contributor an honorary shout-out in his newspapers. Even though 80% of the donations were small ones from middle-class citizens, Pulitzer managed to collect the necessary amount from over 120,000 donors. By the way, the famous sonnet, "The New Liberty," wasn't always green. The Statue of Liberty is made of copper, so it was originally about the same color as a penny. According to the New York Historical Society, it turned completely green because of oxidation in 1920. There was a time when it was half brown and half green. The new color survived the restoration, and they say the coating, called patina, won't ever disappear. 6. It used to serve as a lighthouse. The statue was originally supposed to serve as a lighthouse for ships sailing into New York Harbor, and 2 years after it arrived in the U.S., it actually became one. For 16 years, the statue's lamp served as a beacon, and running out of ideas to fix it, Bartoli offered to cover the entire statue in gold to make it brighter. Congress said no to that idea since it would have been crazy expensive. 5. It's all about number 7. It's easy to notice the statue has 7 spikes on its crown, symbolizing universal liberty across the 7 oceans and continents. The less obvious reference to the number 7 is in the number of windows in its head. There are 25 of them, which makes 7 if you add up the digits. There are 16 leaves around the torch, and the monument itself is 151 feet tall. The sum of both of those digits is 7 as well. Clearly, that number meant a lot for the statue's creators. Number 4. The construction supporting the statue was designed by Gustave Eiffel. The pedestal of the Statue of Liberty was built in old Fort Wood on Liberty Island. It currently hosts museums that show the history of the statue with old photographs, videos, recorded oral histories, and the original torch Lady Liberty was holding in 1886. Famous engineer Alexander Gustave Eiffel, sound familiar? Helped design the steel internal framework to keep the statue stable. It's strong enough to withstand around 600 bolts of lightning a year. When the wind is high, the statue can sway by around 3 inches, and its torch about 5 inches. 354 steps lead up to the crown of Lady Liberty, which is open to visitors, but the torch is off limits. When you think of the Statue of Liberty, do you see it as a she? Most people are positive it's a representation of the Roman goddess of freedom, Libertas. The widely accepted theory is that Bartoli modeled her face after his mother. Author and journalist Elizabeth Mitchell, however, claims that the sculptor actually used his brother's face as a model. As she was studying the photographs of Bartoli's family, the writer noticed his mother had a different eyebrow shape, thinner nose and lips, and smaller mouth. Then she pointed out the striking resemblance between the sculptor's brother in his adult years and the statue. Because of his mental health condition, Bartoli's brother spent years at the hospital, and Frederick would spend hours watching him. That could have helped him recreate his face in every detail. Another theory was presented by French writer Nathalie Salmon, who claims Lady Liberty was modeled after her ancestor Sarah Salmon. According to her, Bartoli saw Sarah's features particularly beautiful. Even though she had emigrated to the United States, she and her husband visited the sculptor at his studio when they briefly went back to Paris in 1875. He could have used that opportunity to draw Sarah and later use those images as a model. Number 1. There's more than one Statue of Liberty. And I'm not talking about its plastic souvenir versions or the one on Las Vegas Boulevard. You can find a smaller Statue of Liberty, which was the original model for its big sister, in the Jardin du Luxembourg in Paris. It's been there since 1906, after Bartoli gave it to the Luxembourg Museum for the World's Fair of 1900. Another version of the iconic monument was erected on an island in the Seine River to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution in 1889. It has 2 dates on it, July 4, 1776, and July 14, 1789, symbolizing the friendship of two nations and the importance of revolution. There's also a life-size copy of the torch on the Pont de l'Âme in Paris. People from around the world sponsored its construction as a symbol of Franco-American friendship. It was set not far from the Eiffel Tower on the 100th anniversary of the statue's dedication.